Hey, it's Jennifer and Mark. We are on Lunacy and we are getting her ready to haul for hurricane season.
Yep, we're sitting here in Tyrrell Bay in Carriacou. We are about 1 week out, and this is the list. It's all the stuff we think we need to do to get her prepped and to get us prepped to fly back to the States.
Heading back to the States for a month to visit family and maybe pick up some stuff that we need for the boat. And then we'll be back to do some boat work in the yard.
We'll try to do a follow-up video when we get back to see how she weathered, 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks on the hard in the tropics. So, good times. We will also type up this list and publish it. We'll put it at the end of the video.
Hi.
Little stainless polishing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it nice and clean before she goes into storage.
The paddleboard racks are usually on the outside of the rail, but since the travel lift can't lift the boat with those in place, we have to move them to the inside, then tie them down for potential high winds. One thing we believe in on Lunacy is pacing ourselves, so make sure you are getting time out of the sun and a little R&R to rebuild and recharge.
Hi.
What you doing?
More polishing. There's a lot of stainless back here.
How many feet of stainless do you think is on the boat?
Too many.
How many days out are we from haul out?
Today's Sunday, so a week from tomorrow we will be in the yard. And I will be very happy this was done here and not there.
Why is that?
Well, it's already hot here. It's gonna be really hot there.
The yard is so freaking hot. I've been working up there for a few days inspecting some of the boats for one of the charter companies we do work for, and it is brutal. Not only are you not on the water, but you also don't have a lot of wind over there, so which is kind of the top of the list of the reasons why we are leaving the West Indies during hurricane season, because August and September is freaking hot. Almost drove us to kill each other last time we were down here.
Yeah, we decided we wanted to stay married this time, so we're going back to the land of air conditioning for a month.
I would say 2 tickets to paradise, but in this case it's 2 tickets from paradise. Not sure if you can see that. See the color difference out there? That is African Sahara dust. Most of the islands in the Caribbean are volcanic, and all of the soil that's on them is from the dust that actually blows here across the Atlantic. But it's a good thing because the dust also keeps the hurricanes at bay by zapping energy from the ocean or from the atmosphere. I'm not sure which one, but they say the more dust you get, the less likely you are to have hurricanes. The downside is it's got a iron component in it, so it likes to rust everything or stain everything red. And as you can see here, it gets in everything.
What are you polishing now?
Polishing more stainless.
So I'm trying to get all of our outdoor cushions cleaned up, and then I'll put them in the sun to dry so that when we lock them in the cabin for a month, they won't be gross and mildewy, hopefully, when we return. We'll see.
A lot of the cleaning that we're doing might seem counterintuitive to most, but the main goal is to remove salt. If you can remove salt, you somewhat can control moisture, or at least moisture on surfaces, and that is going to cut down on mildew. Don't use cheap stainless. That cable's stainless, probably 304 from a big box store. I put it up there as kind of a test for some aft sunshades and stuff like that. Decided not to use it. Meant to cut it down, forgot it was up there, and now months later, we've got a mess to clean up. Time to get out the Magica. Look at all the rust. Ah! Magica is acid. So if you're using it overhead, have something available to instantly rinse your eyes. Whew. Feel the burn. All right, check that out. Looking much cleaner. The Magica made quick work of most of it, but had to finish some of the deeper spots off with wet sanding with 400. And then of course, since Magica's an acid and wet sanding as well, sanding, had to come back and finish it all off with some 3M polish and wax. So don't leave 304 cables on your boat. They will destroy it. One of the main components of hurricane prep is reducing windage of the vessel. So sails, stack packs, canopies, some solar panels, paddle boards, bean bags, you name it. If it's on the outside of the boat and it's removable, it's gotta come down. So we were, I think, 2 days in, maybe 3 days in to boat prep. And, which is, you know, work. So, there's Jen. We hauled butt up to the north end of the island to Ons La Roche, which is a little beach up here on the north end of Carriacou, because, you know, boat work is work. So we needed to take a little break. So tomorrow we head back south. We'll finish dropping the main, finish wrapping up a couple of in-water projects before we haul in a couple of days. It's getting close. Close to time to go. What you got? Oh no, we put everything away. The gaff's downstairs. You think I need the gaff? It is.
Little if it is. Yeah. Got it in. But we're gonna let it go. It's not our favorite, and we're about to fly out, so I think we'll probably let it go. Pulling down the mainsail and had a little instant. That line came undone. So now I am up the mast to recover it.
Always do this without a phone in your hand and 2 hands in control.
It's always fun for me. Probably not for you.
So how fun is taking down a mainsail on a cat?
So much fun.
What are we, probably 4 hours in on the main? Maybe 5?
Well, we're not too far in today. We're on day 2.
Today, yeah.
We're on day 2. And I'm on batten number 3. I have no idea how many battens we have. But I'll know by the end of today.
5 or 6, I think. One of the most important steps of hauling is to make sure that you have the appropriate lifting and blocking methods for your boat. Do not assume that the yard knows what's best.
Action whenever.
we made 100 gallons of water this morning to use to prep the boat. Now I'm pickling the water maker. And water maker companies will try to sell you a bunch of fancy chemicals in order to pickle your water maker when all you really need is citric acid. So you take your pre-filters out. I've ran the freshwater flush for a few minutes. Dump some citric acid in your filter. Let it dissolve, pop it in place, run it all through the system. And you are pickled. You don't have to buy the expensive stuff. A little citric acid, which you use for pickling. That's right. We'll pickle your water maker. One of our favorite systems that we've added to the boat is the Barnacle. The number of systems and characteristics that you can monitor is incredible, and nothing gives you peace of mind like being able to view your boat from anywhere in the world. And here's another important reminder to pace yourselves. We kept the sunshade up, and what we found out was that we could work about 6 hours in the morning. You would have to take about a 3 or 4 hour siesta, and then you could get in a couple of hours of work in the evening. It's just too hot in the yards. What you doing?
I'm putting out diatomaceous earth around the door because we've got ants trying to swarm in the boat.
Day one, on the hard.
Yeah.
And we're being
started
infested.
right away.
Yeah. Maybe that means we've got some cleaning to do. And we have to finish the boat list. Drying bilges, it's mostly done. Getting some damp rids out. We got a 303, the dinghy. And then mostly it's just grabbing stuff like this mainsail, those bean bags, throwing them inside, getting all of the fenders and lines and ropes and such stowed away. You know, nothing left but to finish up.
Coming from back here.
It is showtime. It is hot in here too. So the list is done or almost done, except for the stuff that we can check right as we walk out the door. Got a couple things we got to throw from the cockpit into the salon. Hopefully the list is good and we come back to a healthy, clean boat in 4 weeks.
It's gonna be weird.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
growing in places.
It's gonna be a mess. So yeah, you're in there. Your head's in there. We know you cannot feel it, but it is so cool in here.
Our first round of AC.
It's the first AC, and after being in the boatyard where it's just miserably stifling, any little bit of humidity control or temperature control is amazing.
Negative.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps. Hopefully you learned a little bit about how to put your boat away for storage And if there's anything that we missed or that you do on a regular basis when putting your vessel away, send us a comment.